guys, it is Lydia Newell here, and I just wanted to hop on really quick. I know it's sort of a late video right now, but I figured if I don't do it now, I won't do it until tomorrow. And I wanted to get on because I just cleaned my oven with Thieves Cleaner, and it did an amazing job. So I wanted to first ask, how many of you have ever cleaned your oven with something that you didn't like? Okay, or let's start out first with saying, like, how many of you have ever dreaded cleaning your oven? Or how many of you have known that you need to clean your oven, but you just really don't like to do it because it's a really hard job? Okay, so years ago, this used to be me, and it's still I don't always love cleaning my oven or whatever, but years ago, when we first bought this house, it was probably a few years in, the oven really needed to be cleaned, and so I used the self-cleaning oven method because we had never lived in a place that had a self-cleaning oven method, and so I was like, ooh, self-cleaning, we'll just do that. Well, if you have ever cleaned your oven with the self-cleaning method, if there's debris in your oven, it's gonna get smoke in your house, and your whole house is going to fill up with smoke, and it's gonna be super hard to breathe, and it's gonna be super gross. And for hours, your house is probably gonna smell like smoke, and then maybe even weeks later, you're gonna smell your pillow on your sofa, and you're gonna be like, oh, it smells like smoke from when I cleaned the oven. So there's that. So, and then I think the next time I cleaned my oven, maybe a year later or whatever, I was like, I think I'm gonna use that oven cleaner stuff. So I had easy off, I think is what it's called. Yeah, easy off oven cleaner. And so I used that, and when I read the directions on the back, I'm pretty sure it said, make sure that you use gloves, do not touch the stuff with your hands. It's recommended that you wear a mask. And so I was cleaning my oven with a mask and these, rubber gloves or whatever. And it was really, really bad. And I could still smell all of the chemicals in my house. So the first time I had to open all my windows and air everything out. The second time I needed to open all my windows and air everything out. And it was terrible. And it made me never ever want to clean my oven again and just have a dirty oven forever. Okay, so last year I decided that I'd been using Thieves Cleaner to clean everything since 2014 when we switched over to Young Living products. And I got rid of all of my floor cleaners, all of my counter cleaners, my toilet cleaners, everything. I've been able to replace everything with the Thieves Cleaner. So I thought, man, maybe I should try using it on my oven, because I had read that if you have some really bad problem, a really elbow grease problem, you really need to put your muscles into it, that you just use the Thieves Cleaner straight. So I tried that last year and I was amazed. Okay, so it's been about a year since I cleaned my oven. Don't judge me if you clean your oven more than once a year. But so since I changed to a keto diet, I've been eating more fats, and I've been cooking with more fats. And so because I've been cooking with more fats, my oven has gotten really kind of gross in the last few months. So I decided today is the day I have to clean my oven. And I know it's kind of weird, I'm on the floor in my kitchen in front of my oven. I know it's kind of weird, but I have to show you my oven, and it's the best way for me to get set up. Okay, so I'm just gonna show you my oven right now. And first off, I wanna just say that I used my bare hands. I did not wear a mask. I didn't even have to open the windows in my house. I used a sponge with a scrubby, and it looks nasty now, because my oven was seriously nasty. I use a sponge, and I use baking soda, and I use towels. And somewhere I don't know where it is, but one of those Pampered Chef square things that you can scrape things with, I use that as well. That's the only thing I used. All right, so I will put up before pictures of my oven after I finish this video, but I'm just going to show you what my oven looks like. And I pulled out my husband's fancy light because I knew you'd be able to see it better. Okay, first off, I'm going to move this. Okay, can you guys see how shiny that is? Isn't that awesome? Okay, and then look over here. Hold on, I'm going to change my camera around and see better. Okay, so like I still have to do just a little bit in the back especially, and a little bit like on the front, but do you see that like most of my oven was covered in that dark stuff, and it was all in the back too, and it still is a little bit in the back because I need to finish a little bit more, but the sides are way better, also way better, but the front, like I need to work a little bit more here. But like this stuff right here, like I left some of it on purpose. This stuff right here was all over the front, like the door of my oven. Isn't that amazing? Okay, and here's like one of the best parts. So, do you see this little section? Like I left that there on purpose to show you what the door of the oven looked like before I started. So we have that square patch, and then we have the part above it. Isn't that awesome? And I was just super, super impressed. Okay, I'm gonna turn the video around again. Okay, so I was really excited when I cleaned my oven today, and you know, that's not necessarily something that most people say. Natalie, it's okay. Don't just embrace it and get some Thieves cleaner, and you'll be excited. I wanted to look up like what I used to use. So I used to use that. I mentioned the Easy Off oven cleaner. So if you ever have something in your house that you're curious about, like how bad it is or how good it is or whatever, you can always look on the EWG website, or you can just Google harms of, and then whatever that product is or whatever the chemicals are. So I wrote it down. The EWG, it stands for, by the way, EWG Environmental Working Group. It rates the Easy Off oven cleaner as an F, and the reason is because it has moderate concern for asthma and respiratory function, which I can totally relate to that because I was like, I remember like coughing and having a hard time breathing when I use that stuff. It's also bad for your skin, and there's an allergy irritation. There's also developmental and reproductive toxicity. So in the world that we live in, we definitely don't need any developmental problems or reproductive problems, because so many people have problems with reproductive stuff. And then there's also environmental concerns. And also it said that there was a high concern for cancer. So this is something that really hit home, and I want to, you know, make sure that everything in my house, like nothing in my house can cause cancer, period. Because I just want to be as proactive as I can in every single area as I can. So some of the ingredients that it lists, and these are all rated as an F, which is the worst. The sodium hydroxide, it said it can damage your vision and also your respiratory system. This is also an F for petroleum gases that are liquefied and sweetened. And this is an F because it can damage the DNA and can cause cancer. There's also one, forgive me if I mispronounce this, but it's ethanolamine. Okay, so it's known for skin irritation, allergies, respiratory effects, organ effects, chronic aquatic toxicity, which makes me think if it's chronic aquatic toxicity, it would be that it's not going to go away once it's in the water system. Like it's just going to continue to be a bad thing, and it's not going to go away over time. And it is, one of the things said it's bad for the marine life. It damages the nervous system and also can affect your vision and cause damage. The other ingredients were listed as a D. And then the other ingredient that I noticed was just that it had a fragrance in it. And if you ever look at any of your products at home that say fragrance, and even some of the things that you think, oh, this is a good thing because it says it's green or whatever. A lot of times they will say fragrance on the label, and that's just a way of them getting out of telling you what they really put in it. So fragrance can be all kinds of different phthalates and petrochemicals sometimes, stuff that's going to damage your organs, your reproductive system, things that are known to cause cancer, and they can just put the word fragrance because it's protected by a trade secret, so they don't have to tell you what's in it. So anytime I look at something and it says fragrance on it, I put it back down and I do not touch it. So anyways, I love that I was able to clean my whole oven with Thieves Cleaner today, and I didn't have to worry about any of those problems because all of the ingredients that are in the Thieves Cleaner that I used are completely plant-based and, you know, like more than organic. So anyways, I just wanted to share that tonight because I was super excited, and I know it's kind of silly, like I did a video on my kitchen floor, but you will thank me later if you ever get Thieves Cleaner. So I hope you have a good night. Bye-bye.